Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to London Heist and some awesome Project Morpheus gameplay. I was lucky enough to be invited by the PlayStation UK team to an exclusive event last week where we got to try out a handful of VR games using Project Morpheus, which is Sony's proprietary VR headset. The gameplay you're seeing here is of a game called London Heist, which is developed by SCE London Studio, but I've also got some gameplay of Arekkz, which is a VR mech game developed by Gorilla Cambridge on the channel too. So make sure you check that one out after this video. Also, just before I get started, I want to give a massive shout out to my friend and fellow YouTuber Alan, aka More Console, for letting me use his gameplay. The London Heist demo is split into two parts. You'll see me for part 2 and him for part 1. So massive shout out to him for that. You'll find a link to his awesome Destiny channel in the description box down below. Now, as mentioned, the London Heist demo is split into two parts. The first part begins with an interrogation sequence. You're sitting down on a chair, both in real life and in game, and there's a rather aggressive looking guy sitting in front of you. He's clearly not happy. But once he finishes squaring up to you, you'll be handed a phone, at which point you then have to recount recent events, which will then see you transported to what looks like a library or some sort of fancy mansion-like study, where your aim is to steal a diamond and get out. This second part will have you rummaging around a desk, looking for a key, opening up the safe, grabbing the diamond, and also engaging in a gunfight. After that's complete, you'll switch over to part 2 of the demo, which again has you sitting down, and this time you're in a car, bombing down the highway, being pursued by Russian mobsters, and you're riding shotgun. Only your shotgun's an Uzi, and you're going to mow down the pursuing enemies. And you're going to see all that gameplay in this video. But, before I stop talking and leave you to enjoy the gameplay, I want to talk a bit about Project Morpheus itself. See, before I had a chance to try it out, I'd never really had an opportunity to try out VR, apart from the very first Oculus dev kit, which was, let's be honest, painfully uncomfortable. So prior to actually trying out Morpheus, I was still a little skeptical. I'd always assumed that VR would be a bit of an uncomfortable gimmick, but boy was I wrong. Morpheus is probably the most comfortable headset I've worn to date. It's balanced nicely so the portion at the front doesn't feel like it's weighing your head down, and it's so light to the extent that you practically forget you're wearing it after a while. Pair that with the Move controllers and you're onto a winning combination. Now, I've never really been one to embrace motion controls. After all, I prefer the precision and the feel of controller. But that's usually because motion controls to date have just had us waving around at a screen, resulting in what is, let's be honest, a bit of a disjointed experience. Throw on a VR headset, however, and suddenly it all makes sense. Picking up objects in London Heist is as simple as, well, picking up the object. You move your hand to it, and you pick it up. Then move it and throw it like you would in real life. In this particular demo, items like the flashlight or the gun are actually known as kind of sticky items. So once you pick them up, you do actually need to press an additional button to let them go, but everything else is very natural. You grab to pick it up, and you let go to drop it. You also only really need to be in the demo for about a minute or so before everything begins to fall into place. So I'm really impressed with just how well it works and how polished some of these experiences actually are. If you ever get a chance to test out Morpheus, I'd definitely say that London Heist is one of the best experiences. Between the two parts of the demo, you experience multiple uses of Morpheus, from simply looking around, to ducking, to firing weapons, to actually opening a car door and leaning out. You really get a feel for what it's capable of in just the short 5 to 10 minute demo. Anyway, that is enough of me talking. I'm going to leave you to enjoy the rest of the gameplay now, and of course you can see me or Alan moving around in the corner like VR pros. If you guys do enjoy the video, then it'd be amazing if you could leave a like and be sure to check out the second Arekkz gameplay video afterwards as well. Thanks again for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.
Drop it. Put it down.
You've got to get out of there before more arrive. Look sharpish.
Put it down.
Oi, keep your eyes peeled. I wouldn't drink out of that, trust me.
Yeah. Looks like our Russian mates are up for a bit of an after party. Shit! Well, there's been no claims, good. Here, make yourself useful. Let's say that fucking muckers in none of this is. That's my ammo you're wasting. Bastard. Yeah. Shut them mugs. Call your mates. Tell them there's a char-grilled Russian barbecue back there. Don't get too comfy. It'll all kick off again soon, trust me.